In this video, I will be sharing 11 thought patterns that are keeping you stuck in a life you don't want. The key to improving your well-being and working smarter begins with identifying the mind traps which are getting in the way. You must understand that your mind and thoughts are really powerful. A positive change in your thinking can make a huge difference. But on the other side of the coin, getting stuck in your old thought habit may be the thing which causes suffering and keeps you stuck in life. So in order to move forward towards a positive, happier life, you must change your thinking habit. Below, you will find 11 destructive thought habits and ways to overcome them. 11 thought patterns and ways to overcome them. Number 1. In everything you see a problem. If you find yourself looking for problems, even when there are none, then this is a negative thought process which you can change. Probably you are used to negative thinking, and in everything you see a problem, your mind is conditioned to operate that way. But don't worry, this can be easily changed. How? Well, the first step is by recognizing that you have this problem. When you find yourself in a situation where you are looking for problems or solutions to things that haven't happened or don't exist, stop for a second and say to yourself, "There is no problem." This is an affirmation which might seem silly, but try it and you will see that it really helps. Number 2. Needing permission. First thing you need to understand is that there is a difference between needing approval to do something and needing permission to do something. When you look for permission, there might be an underlying feeling of not deserving. Therefore, you are looking for permission from an outside authority such as a supervisor, a parent, a spouse to do the thing that you want. This is something people pleasers do. This might happen because in your childhood, you were the good kid that was always praised for doing well at school and doing the right things. That may be the reason why you need approval of others, and before doing something first, you think how that would affect the people around you and what would they think about it. In order to overcome this, you must understand that this is your life and you should do what feels right to you. Don't ask for permission or approval. You won't hurt anyone but yourself if you continue to act this way. Number 3. Jumping to conclusions. A classic example of being in a negative thought pattern is assuming the worst without knowing the facts. Such assumptions are a good example of why questioning your mind is needed to interrupt this negative pattern. Usually, your fears and worries are unfounded and you end up spending your day worrying about nothing. How can you fix this? It's crucial to stop jumping to conclusions and to assume the end of the story. Whatever happens, let the story play out. Stay in the present moment and you shall see that not everything is so bad, dark, and awful. Number 4. Speaking to yourself critically. Experts at speaking at themselves critically are usually those people who are perfectionists. And regardless of what you think, it's a negative thought pattern and it does not work. In the end of the day, you just feel bad about yourself, and in the long run, it doesn't get you what you wanted or where you wanted to be. So, the next time you catch yourself doing that, try something different, such as speaking positively to yourself. Speak to yourself as you would to a friend, a relative, or a child. You would use only good, supportive words, right? So why do you punish yourself with bad words? Make sure to be kind to yourself. Number 5. You believe that what you feel now is just how it is. A negative thought pattern is thinking that what you feel right now is permanent and will be like that forever. You believe that this is how you will feel about things in the future as well. But the reality is that it's difficult to predict how you will feel in 2 days from now. Your mind might fool you as you identify with your feelings right now. That is something which might hold you back. How to fix this? For example, let's say that you made a promise to yourself that you would read every day and you might not feel like reading today. So you just lie on your bed and do nothing about it. But you can say to yourself that you will read even if it has to be 1 page only. After you open the book and start reading, you will notice a feeling of power and you will be glad you decided to strengthen your discipline muscle. Don't choose the easiest option. Be aware that this is a thought pattern that needs to change. You are much stronger than the pattern. Number 6. Feeling guilty. Let's be clear, if you are feeling guilty, you are wasting your time. If you have done some mistake, take responsibility for it. Make it right and simply move on. Why do you choose to stay in that place filled with guilt? Guilt is like glue. It keeps you stuck in the past and it serves no use. Forgive yourself, learn from it, and move on. That is the only solution. Number 7. You believe you already know everything. If you are one of those people who think that they already know everything, you will not be open to learning new things. Regardless of what someone is telling you, if you have this negative pattern in your mind, you will instantly assume that they do not have a clue what they are talking about and you know more. You will only hear what you want to hear. How to fix it? Well, try to keep your mind open. Whenever you think you know everything, know that this is your ego talking and that arrogant inner voice will do you so much harm. Try to be humble, be open, listen, and you will learn so much more. Number 8. Playing the victim. If you always blame everyone and everything else for the bad things that happen in your life, then you are playing the victim. You believe that other things or people are stopping you from being successful, happier, wealthier, in a good relationship, in a better physique, etc. The easiest thing to do is to blame something or someone else. How to fix it? Well, next time, accept responsibility for your part. It might be a bitter pill to swallow, but you must do it. Number 9. You love your comfort zone. For most people, the unknown and change in general might be scary, but they still move forward and learn how to get over it. If you refuse to change and leave your comfort zone, you will be stuck. How to fix it? Baby steps. This takes time. What holds you back in your comfort zone might be the fear of facing the unknown or feeling overwhelmed. Doing things in small steps will allow you to stretch the comfort zone, and you will slowly make this less frightening or uncomfortable. Also, make sure to focus on the positive part of it. Understand that it will be fun to leave your comfort zone. Whatever you do, it will be fun, it will be new, and it will be exciting. When was the last time you did something great that you loved? Number 10. You are stuck in envy. Envy means your life is filled with negativity and suffering. Being envious might also be something which distracts you or irritates you occasionally. How can you fix it? Well, first thing is to stop comparing yourself to other people. Comparing can only make you feel miserable. Remember that everyone has their own path in life. You might feed your ego when you get a better job than someone else and you will feel good for a while, but that will pass. Concentrating only on comparing will always end up by you noticing that others have more than you. There will always be someone who has more than you or is doing better in life. If you think about it, you will never win. A good and healthy comparison is if you compare only to yourself. Take a look at how far you have gotten and the things you achieved. Be grateful for everything you have and everything you have done. In that way, you will be more emotionally stable because you will no longer feel envious of others and you will stop comparing. Another good thing to do is to add a gratitude exercise to your life on a regular basis. In that way, you will minimize the envy. Make a list of all the things you are grateful for. You can write them down each day or make a list in your head, whatever feels better. Also, try to surround yourself with positive people and make sure to do fun stuff. Don't analyze life, just live it. Number 11. You tend to overthink. If you are an overthinker, that means that you analyze small things until they become scary and big in your head. You don't take action, or if you do, it's very difficult for you, and often that means that you have a negative thinking pattern. To eliminate or reduce overthinking might take time, but it's possible. How to fix it? Make sure to focus on your personal development by reading self-help books or listening to inspiring people. In that way, you will learn so much and you will learn how to be aware of certain patterns, such as when you begin to overthink. Also, you will have a positive influence in your life. Make sure to practice to being present in the moment, and in that way, it will become easier to minimize overthinking. Remember that you have control over your thoughts and not the other way around. If this becomes difficult, remember to pause for a moment and take deep breaths. In that moment, concentrate 100% on your breath and you will calm your body and mind and things will get easier. If you begin to overthink when you need to make decisions, there is a way to fix this as well. Make sure to set short deadlines for making decisions. Instead of thinking about doing something for days, tell yourself that you have to make a decision in a half an hour. Also, for smaller, daily decisions, use shorter deadlines. After you make the decision, get into action and start moving. This is a good way to be more decisive instead of falling into the trap of overthinking. To sum up, if you recognize some of the above-mentioned negative patterns, you might be stuck in life. Not because you are less hardworking or less talented than other people, but because of your negative thought patterns, which sabotage your efforts and best intentions to improve your life. Understand that this is not your fault, and that people accumulate and collect thought patterns without realizing it over the course of their lives. Some of them are stories you told yourself about the world, and others are opinions you have formed about the people you have come in contact with. When these opinions and stories are repeated for a long time, they turn into beliefs and part of your thinking. Some of them may serve you, but most of them limit you and close your mind to different things. These negative thought patterns might be holding you back from living the life of your dreams. So, the first step is to admit that you have them and do your best to fix them. This might take time, but it's better to work towards becoming the best version of yourself than to stay in the same negative mindset. Let us know in the comments what were the main mistakes you were doing. Share this video with your friends and family so that they can also have this little but important piece of information. Lastly, if you have not already subscribed to this channel, subscribe to it and press the bell icon, so you will be notified each time we upload an interesting video on this channel.